My name is Penny Francis. I live in London, as you'll probably hear from the noises surrounding me. I was born 83 years ago. I was brought up in India until I was 13. Then I came to England and ended up as an actor. And then I was thrown together with puppeteers because my husband made some beautiful puppets, and we ended up building a little theatre in our garden in Barnes. And the puppeteers came to see what we were doing, and we were doing some very complicated but very nice things because the puppets were so beautiful and the sets were so beautiful. And bit by bit I came to realize that puppeteers in the 1960s had a lousy time, because they had no support at all from the statutory bodies like the Arts Council. And there were some emerging artists of very, very great talent. And a few of us got together and decided we must do something about it. And we decided to try to found a national centre for the promotion of puppetry. And we did it. And in 1974, the Puppet Centre, which was a national, what nowadays would be called a development agency, was opened in Battersea Arts Centre, which is a little outside centre London, but it was a wonderful space to be in because there were the arts going on all around us. So there was a certain amount of interaction with other arts, which eventually proved extremely fruitful. For example, you could say that the production of Warhorse indirectly arose out of the Puppet Centre's presence in Battersea Arts Centre, now called BAC. But before that, 40 years ago, when we opened in 1974, our purpose was to promote the art form. And we did it in every possible way, through publications, through courses, through getting out into meetings of theatre bodies and saying, hello, don't forget puppetry. And we got a lot of money, actually. We got a lot of support from other than the Arts Council, but the Arts Council joined in eventually. And our Puppet Centre thrived. It was always busy. We was open nearly 7 days a week. Courses, people visiting from all over the world. The joint was jumping. And we planned festivals in Battersea Arts Centre itself, and then in 1979, the first international festival, which was the most ridiculously ambitious project and happened in 16 theatres all over London. And it was to introduce the public to contemporary puppetry. And we had many international companies, and we did the whole thing on a shoestring. And I used to go with my assistant to the bank every morning and draw out several £100 in cash so that I could pay all the foreign companies their per diems in cash. And it was an extraordinary time. We did another huge international festival in 1984. And that was a huge success too, especially, what do I mean? In terms of the standards of the puppetry on view, they were were some wonderful shows, but it lost a lot of money. The highlight for me was the Polish company, with the director Jan Wilkowski, who came with a production, very big scale production, and about 16 puppeteers and production people came with it to London. And it had a Polish name, but I'll call it the Old Man of the Mountains, the Mountaineer. But a mountaineer means something slightly different in English, so we called it the Old Man of the Mountains. And it was such a funny show. It was beautiful. It was designed by Adam Kilian, who is a legendary theatre designer. And it was a huge privilege having them there. The Puppet Centre is still there, and we hope we are entering into a new, brave phase. The good thing that has happened is that the art form of puppetry is now respected and copied, and many, many avant-garde directors use puppetry in their work. And the courses that we used to run for professionals, for all kinds, are now run by other organizations and people, which is absolutely splendid. So the courses are going on up and down the country, and performances are going on up and down the country. So we're very, very proud of what the Puppet Centre has achieved, and I hope it will go on for another 40 years.